The area around Port Phillip and the Yarra Valley, on which the city of Melbourne now stands, was the home of the Kulin people, an alliance of several language groups of indigenous Australians, whose ancestors had lived in the area for an estimated 31,000 to 40,000 years. They were hunter-gatherers from 3 tribes. The area was an important meeting place for the clans of the Kulin, as well as a vital source of food and water. The Kulin lived by fishing, hunting and gathering, and made a good living from the rich food sources of Port Phillip. In 1797, George Bass was the first European to enter the passage between the Australian mainland and Tasmania. In 1802, John Murray and Matthew Flinders entered Port Phillip. In October 1803, Colonel David Collins, with a party of 300 convicts, established a settlement at the site of Sorrento, but was put off by the lack of fresh water, so he moved to Tasmania. Later, a Tasmanian farmer called John Badman explored a large area of what is now Melbourne. By 1851, 23,000 Europeans had lived in Melbourne, making it the centre of Australia's wool export trade. The discovery of gold led to a huge influx of people to Victoria, most of them arriving by sea at Melbourne. The town's population doubled within a year. In 1852, 75,000 people arrived in the colony, and this, combined with a very high birth rate, led to rapid population growth. By the 1880, Melbourne was the second largest city in the British Empire, after London. In terms of area, Melbourne was already one of the largest cities in the world. The middle classes lived in detached villas on large blocks of land, while the working classes lived in reasonably comfortable cottages. The wealthy built huge mansions beside the sea, or in the picturesque Yarra Valley. Melbourne's network of trains and trams were among the largest and most modern in the world. Melbourne's civic pride was demonstrated by the huge structure of the Royal Exhibition Building, built in 1880 to house the Melbourne International Exhibition. Now, Melbourne is the capital of the state called Victoria in Australia, and it is home to approximately 4 million people. Its city centre is known as the Central Business District, also known as the CBD. It is here that you'll find Flinders Street Station, which is the city's best-known landmark, along with the river that flows right through Melbourne, the River Yarra. The best place for view of Melbourne is Eureka Skydeck 88, which at 285 meters high is the highest observational deck in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, what will Melbourne be in the future? It will be a city for people, a creative city, an economic prosperity, a knowledge city, an eco-city, and a connected city. This will make Melbourne the lighthouse guiding the way for the future.